Australia is the sixth largest country in the world by total area. It is both a country and a continent, surrounded by the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Approximately 70% of Australia's population lives in coastal cities. The Great Barrier Reef, located off the coast of Queensland, is the largest coral reef system in the world. Australia is home to more than 10,000 beaches, which means you could visit a different beach every day for over 27 years. The Australian Alps receive more snowfall than the Swiss Alps. There are over 60 different indigenous languages spoken in Australia. Australia was the second country in the world to grant women the right to vote in federal elections, in 1902. The Australian flag features the Union Jack in the canton, representing Australia's historical ties to the United Kingdom. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a sandstone monolith and a sacred site for Indigenous Australians. The country has a unique variety of wildlife, including kangaroos, koalas, and platypuses. Australia has more than 800 species of native birds. The Tasmanian devil is the world's largest carnivorous marsupial and is found only in Tasmania. Australia has no active volcanoes on the mainland, but there are several dormant ones. The Commonwealth of Australia was established on January 1, 1901. The country has a rich indigenous history that dates back over 65,000 years. Australia is the only continent without an active tectonic plate boundary. The Great Emu War of 1932 was an intense battle between humans and emus over land and crops. Australia is known for its unique and diverse ecosystems, from deserts to rainforests. The famous Sydney Opera House was opened in 1973 and was designed by Danish architect Bjørn Utzon. The capital city of Australia is Canberra, not Sydney or Melbourne. Australia is home to the world's longest fence, known as the Dingo Fence, which stretches over 5,600 kilometers. The country has a booming wine industry, particularly in regions like the Barossa Valley and Margaret River. Australian rules football, or Aussie rules, is a popular sport that combines elements of soccer, rugby, and basketball. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, completed in 1932, is a famous landmark and an iconic image of Australia. Australia has the world's largest population of camels, which were brought in during the 19th century for transport. The country is known for its laid-back culture and welcoming attitude. Australia is a leading producer of opals, particularly in Coober The country experiences some of the harshest climates, with deserts covering about 18% of its land. The Australian dollar is symbolized as AUD and is one of the most traded currencies in the world. The bush, or outback, encompasses the sparsely populated interior of Australia and is filled with rugged terrain. Australia is home to the largest living organism on the planet, the Great Barrier Reef. The world's most poisonous jellyfish, the box jellyfish, can be found in Australian waters. Almost 90% of Australian natives live within 50 kilometers of the coast. The 12 Apostles are limestone stacks located off the southern coast of Victoria, famous for their stunning beauty. The koala sleeps for up to 20 hours a day due to its low nutrient diet of eucalyptus leaves. Australia is one of the few countries that is also a continent and is entirely located in the southern hemisphere. The country has a total of 9 time zones. Australia has a weird and wonderful mix of weather, including cyclones and bushfires. The world's largest cattle station, Anna Creek Station, is located in South Australia and covers an area larger than Israel. The Australian outback is home to over 1 million kangaroos. Vegemite, a popular food spread made from yeast extract, is a staple of Australian cuisine. In Australia, it is illegal to own certain species of snakes and lizards without a special license. Australia has an impressive array of national parks, with more than 500 protected areas. The country has a strong surfing culture, with some of the best waves in the world. Australia has won the most Rugby World Cups of any nation, claiming the title 3 times. The Australian Open, held in Melbourne, is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Australia has a reputation for producing some of the best athletes in the world across various sports. The Gold Coast is famous for its theme parks and surf beaches, attracting millions of visitors each year. The average Australian consumes about 100 litres of beer annually. Australia has numerous UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the Sydney Opera House and Kakadu National Park. The country has the highest number of species of venomous snakes in the world. Australia was once home to giant marsupials, including the Diprotodon, which lived around 46,000 years ago. The Australian national anthem is titled Advance Australia Fair. The largest city in Australia is Sydney, known for its iconic harbour and vibrant culture. The Australian Mint, located in Canberra, produces all of the country's coins. The country has a strong coffee culture, with Melbourne being recognised as one of the coffee capitals of the world. Australia's territory includes several islands, including Tasmania, Kangaroo Island, and many others. The phrase, "day mate," is a common greeting in Australia, reflecting its friendly culture. The dinkum or fair dinkum phrase is used to indicate something genuine or real. Australia has a unique wildlife population, with over 80% of its mammals, reptiles, and frogs found nowhere else on Earth. Billabongs, or natural ponds, are common in Australia and are often associated with rural life. The first European to discover Australia was Dutch navigator Willem Janszoon in 1606.